Hello, welcome to Joan's Sewing Room. How are you all today? Well, today is Thursday, and Thursday is a day that I just do whatever I feel like doing for you. It's kind of an art day. I have a friend that has a horse, and when she saw my big old picture back there, she says, "Oh, can you do my horse? Can you do a picture of my horse?" And I said, "Sure." So this is actually a horse looks like this. It's kind of a reddish dark brown. And I had found this picture of this horse that is turning his head sideways. So in my picture here, I think of the light coming this direction. And so that's why I have this peach color here, and down here where the nose and the mouth is, it's light. Anything above it is dark. So the other eye, you're not going to see very well. It does have some lashes that I made out of frayed fabric. And then of course this one has a lash too. So put some of the gold around the nose area here. And then I want to put some gold, and so it makes it look kind of wet, dark and wet. So that's kind of why I'm using this gold. Now, instead of using white or black, I am using dark colors and light colors. With seam to seam, it's called light seam to seam 2. And what it is a, you have paper on one side, paper on the other, and in between you have this two-sided webbing that's glue, okay? And so what you do is you put your fabric on it. Now like this, well, that's not it. This one here, this one here, no, that's not one. Okay, so I've used them. I'm looking for one that has fabric on it. But anyway, so I'll just show you how to do it. Let me find some fabric. Let's see, what are we working on? So what I want to do is finish the nose area. Let me see. This side is going to be dark. On this side is going to be light. Well, the fact is I'm not using white or black as my colors. I'm using browns. And so I want to go with cream colors and some dark browns. And so it depends on how the light is coming in on the horse, because we have light here, we have light that's under the chin, we have light around the snout. So that's where my light's coming. Now I can put more light here if I want to. Maybe the light is not coming directly from here. Maybe it's coming this way. So this would light up here. So what I do is I'll take off a piece of it. I'll kind of decide on what colors I want to use. So I've been using this part because you have the light gold, reddish gold, and the darks. So I've been using this as highlight. I'm also using this as light. I was thinking of using like something like this. I did use some of this in here. It's right in here, but I kind of didn't like it, so I just kind of covered it. So I do need to put a little bit of light here, just on the nose area. Not up here, but over here. So what I do is I will take some fabric and maybe lay it on the nose area here, seeing if it's light enough. I don't think it is, so let me see how this one will work. This might give me the amount of light I need just for the nose. It's got glue on it. I have to clean it up. Let me see if I can find some more of that fabric. Right here. So what I'll do is if I say, okay, I like that. Okay, this is just a scrap, but it does have glue on it, so I can't use that part. So just, now also what I've been doing, so I will just cut a piece to maybe put a curved piece here to put in more light. But what also I do is, for instance, there is a little pattern in here that I've traced from the actual print. So this is the print of the horse I'm using. And I'm only using this part, you know, and well, the lines, but I'm putting in my own colors. So if I can't see this, then I just lift it up and I will draw a picture. I'll just go in and draw. And what I need, and what I'm trying to do is doing lights and darks here. So here it's shaded on top, and it's light here. So what I will do is just do a dark piece here and light there. And then there's light here. So I drew it in there like that. So this part's dark and this part's light. So I will, and it's only lighter than the dark. So it's not like white and black. And then you take this and you find the fabric you want to use. So I'm just going to take a piece of this fabric. I don't need much. And then I have some seam to seam that I have not used yet. So I will lay it in here, open it up, and lay it in. Like so. This piece is obviously too big, so I'm just going to trim it down. And I'll just put this paper back over the top, like so. Now I have this special wand, and this is used for this kind of project. I mean, I'm sure it's used for other projects, but when I was learning how to do this, they, you know, had this, so I thought, well, I will use one. And this part right there is hot, of course. And you just, when you put a piece on, you want to go back over it with this, and it just kind of seals, or not seals, but sets the glue like that. And you just hold it on there. And it's quite hot. And you have high, medium, and low, or high and low on this. All right, so I'm going to take this iron. It's an iron. I'm going to take it, I'm just going to run this little iron over that piece, like so. So that'll kind of like guarantee that the glue is going to stick to that. I mean, you don't have to do that, but might as well. I mean, they suggest to do it. Sometimes I forget to do it, but anyway. All right, so I could, now that I have my brown here, now I could, there again, take this paper here and draw a pattern. Like, hope you can see that. So what I'm going to do before I apply it, I'm going to just place it. Now I can place it there, or I could place it up here. Just kind of get a general idea of how much light am I going, or maybe right in the middle. Maybe it needs to be just right here in the middle. Because, you know, when you have light come in, it doesn't always necessarily meet up with other, I mean, it meets up with other things, right? But it's kind of like a highlight. So let's take the back off. So when I take the back off, so there's white here, it's white, that white paper. So I'm going to take it off, like so. And now it's sticky. See that? Sticky. So let me see. We're gonna I am just going to lay it on here and see how it looks. Just like that. Now, how does that look? Can you see that? So it's just kind of light. It's not taking up, so the darkness is here, so we're not taking up the darkness here. And it just kind of gives it a little bit of light. You don't want to put a whole lot of light like this there, unless you have a bright light on it. But just enough to give it a little bit of light. All right? So I like that there. So I'm going to take this iron, and I'm just going to put it on here like so. And what it does is just sets the glue. Like that. Now, I'm not done with this picture. I kind of thinking like maybe a little bit of light here. Let's see. Let's draw some more light. It can be just a thin amount of light there. And I could just put it right like that. Just, you know, because of the light coming in. What do you think? You like that? Now, maybe what I want to do is make that light, instead of having a square, just kind of angle it. And angle this here. And I could even make that light less. Whoop. I can make it skinnier. Maybe. All right, so let's take the back off. So it all depends on where my light is coming through. So maybe my light is coming through here. So it's here. I could put light here. And I'm going to put it on this side right here. Because there's light here. So the light is kind of going up here. I could put a little more light there. Right in there. So let me see if I can find one with, okay, here's one with some paper on it, with glue on it. And I'm just going to cut maybe a little bit of light there. Let's see. Maybe a little bit of light here. All right. So we'll just kind of cut it so it doesn't look like it's any points on it or anything. And we could just put the light here. Do I like that? Well, let's put it on there and see if we like it. If you don't like it, you can take it off. I could put the light here. Maybe I like it here better. like that. So the light is coming in and it's making it lighter here. Okay, like the light here. So it just depends on where your light is shining. Now, I don't know if I can try that. I'm just gonna cut a piece. It's already got the paper on it, so we might as well, right? I'm gonna just cut out like a half moon shape. And see how that will go. Definitely doesn't need to be this big. Kind of the same. I want to, did I draw a pattern from it? Let me see. Okay. So you can just use, whatever you have. You can decide on what colors you want to make it. When I did the bagel quilt or the bagel picture, I used creams, dark and grays. They're actually gray blue, and pinks, dark pinks, and green flowers, pink flowers. It's funny because my grandson came over one day and he goes, "Grandma, dogs don't have flowers. Their fur is not made from flowers, Grandma." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I just wanted to do something different." And so now, and then, of course, him being younger at the time when I made it, he didn't seem to understand. So he started picking off what I had done. And it took me quite a while to make, because that was my first collage. And it took me quite a while to do it and to make it, to me, what my dog looked like. And she's a Labrador, pit Talbot. And with that, I find pictures of drawings of horses or dogs. And so then I found this one. It was a simple one. Then I got some other ones that were more technical, and then I used that. And so what I had was on my wall, my work wall. And so I would do a little, I would go back to the back of the room, I'd look at it, oh, it just doesn't look right. I'd go and I'd rearrange it, go back and look. It was like, take me days to do this. And then I said to my husband, it would be nice to have as a table easel. Well, we didn't have one. But what I do have is a recipe easel. Like it holds your books. And I thought, okay, I got that. And then I have a clipboard. So I just made my own easel. So I put this board behind it. And then this holds the book on. And so it just seemed to work fine. So whatever you have, you don't need to go out and buy something, you could lean it up against books, whatever. So I just used whatever I had. Okay, so let me see. I'm thinking maybe of putting something here lighter. Let's see. This is not light enough. This is a little dark. Could put this here. Sometimes you can use the back of your fabrics. Doesn't have to be like so. It could go like this. And something that's not an intense color, and it's more of a, you know, it's not real bright, but it still has light to it, so that could be done. Here is a dark piece, like so, but if I flip it over, it might be just light enough to put there. Let me see. And of course it is kind of big. That might work, I don't know. What do you think? You think that might work? Obviously it's too thick. It's gonna have to be thinner, I think. I could also put it right here. Now this is a thought. There. Or I could use this. So it kind of just transitions it, the dark and the light together, and kind of just spreads it out. Something like that. Let me see. Here is one. Maybe I can just do it like this. And maybe add some light. Maybe let's add a little light to that. Okay, falling off my chair. Sometimes you can find a piece that's already got glue on it. And that one, I don't want to use that one. It's not working right. And okay, so I have a piece here. I think what I'm going to do is find some more of that fabric here. Oh, that's the same as this. Let me find something a little lighter than that maybe I can use. And what I like about this is there's lights and darks. So the lights and darks, you know, you can use. So let's try that. I'm just gonna cut a piece. It's already got the paper on it, so we might as well, right? I'm gonna just cut out like a half moon shape. And see how that will go. Definitely doesn't need to be this big. I think it needs to be smaller. All right, let's lay that on there and see how it will do. Maybe up here would be better. Maybe it'll fit better. Or I could just lay it in here. Yeah, I kind of like that better. There. Oh, God. Dropping everything on the floor here. All right. So if you ever decide to do something like this, it's really fun. I mean, you can get books to learn how to do it. I usually just watch somebody. It's just me. Watch how they do it. And you can get, there's a lot of people out on YouTube that does this. You can get a lot of information from them. They have classes on how to do it. I'm the kind of person that if I see something and I like it, I'm going to try it. It's just my curiosity thing, I guess. I don't sit there and read books, you know, figure out with books and stuff. It's easier for me, the way my brain works, I guess that's the way it is, for me to just do it and figure it out, and then I do it, and then I show it to you all. So this kind of gives it some light. Here's some more light. I think I need to put something here to kind of just spread the light out. Let's see if we can add that here. Yeah, I think I need something else there. Maybe a little darker color. Maybe this one would do. Something like that. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. What about the color under it here? You just play around. All right, so let's find something else here. Maybe I can just put this in there, like so. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I kind of like that one. Okay, got some more of this paper. That, just put this back over it. Kind of keeps the glue on. And I'm gonna just cut it out. Like so. I'll just do a little ironing over it. So you probably say, okay, so now that I have, once I get done with this, then you say, okay, so what do you do? This is parchment paper, and it's you can see right through it. So you think, okay, so now what are you gonna do? So what I do is once I have this all covered in fabric, it just peels off. It'll peel off of this, and then you take the picture of the horse and you put it on some kind of fabric, a background fabric. And so I'm thinking, because it's probably gonna need to be framed, I did a soft frame with this one. I might do a soft frame, or, you know, she might want a hard frame. So if that's the case, then I'll need to get some kind of easel, or not easel, but a canvas, and wrap it around a canvas. And then with the fabric on it, and wrap it around and then I will give it to her. And then she can get it framed if she wishes. I don't know. So, all right, so I'm just gonna add this to this. And I still want to go with the same motion or the same curve there. I like that. I like that one. Let's see, maybe I should. Let me do a thin one of this. And, take that off. Since it already has glue on it, I can just use it for my benefit here. And I'm not going to use the fat, I'm going to use the back side of it, so it's a different color. So, well, maybe I will move it. Where's my tweezers? Now you're probably going, no, I don't like that. How about if we cut it a little? So it's not so bold. You know, you're sitting at your table and you're doing a collage and you turn on your music. You're rocking out with the Stones or something, and this is so relaxing. And you're just really getting into it. Like so. And I think I'm going to cut that. Whoop. Alright, so let's add some heat to that. So what do you think? Are you liking it? Does this look like something you would enjoy doing? There it is. There's the horse. Kind of see what I was doing there. Hope it looks like a horse. And I will see you on Tuesday. I hope you like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.